Okay.
Good evening, one and all. Today we have to discuss the importance of sampling theory, and then we have to go through with the what we have to talk about the sampling first of all. Sampling means we know that in sampling we have to pick out something. We have to uh, analyze the mm, topic. And we analyze the samplings. In that analyzing the sampling. First, we have to talk about the introduction to sampling theory. What about sampling theory? Sampling theory is a fundamental concept in statistics that deals with the selection of a subset of individuals from a population. Now, how to take the population? Population is we cannot define that. In this population, that is subset of units or something subset of units. In this population, we have to take the two types of population, and first one is the infinite population and finite population. Finite finite population is the countable number of units. Infinite means uncountable units or uncountable items. Anything we have to talk about. In this finite population is we have to take the examples. Finite means we have to pick out that. We take the example is finite population. Countable, kada? It's countable means what we have to take the example. Countable means and number of students or stars in the sky. That number of examples we have to take the finite population. Infinite population means uncountable units. Uncountable means what we have to talk. Uncountable means we cannot define the values. Okay, that's we have to take the number of examples infinite also. And here sampling theory it allows statisticians to make inference about a population. Exact we have to locate it to that population. The inferences without having to study every individual. Understanding a sampling theory is crucial for ensuring the reliability and validity of the statistical analysis. We have to take the sampling theory as a crucial part. In that crucial part, ensuring reliability or validity in this case of both of statistical analysis. See here is the best example for branch of statistics that creates a sample set of a large population. See, if in case large population samples we have to taken from the population. Population we cannot define. Samples is we can define that. And go to the next slide. See importance of sampling in research. Actually, in so many members, we have to take the research in purpose. Sampling is the importance of sampling. And the sampling enables researchers to save time and resource by studying a smaller group rather than the entire population. Here you have to see the example. Sampling method will be see pick out or grouping of the peoples and individual of the people. It helps to obtain more accurate and manage the data and leading to more efficient also research outcomes will come. Better to uh, better to we have to move up. See, proper sampling techniques can enhance the quality of information, gather the data, and ensuring better decision making. Also, we have to take that. And entire location of the people, so entire location of the population, we have to number of research, number of take it. We have to examples of population, and then we go to the first sampling theory. Already we have to discuss about the sampling means that only sample or in here sampling sizes, sampling units, sampling frame, sampling distribution. Number of we have to talk about in the sampling. In the sampling theory will be only just we have to do that. In before we have to take that sampling theory. And already we discussed about the importance of sampling and its types of sampling methods. In this types of sampling methods, different types will be there. In these various samplings, including random sampling, stratified random sampling, systematic sampling, we have to just talk STRS, SYS, and SRS means simple random sampling. And STRS means stratified random sampling. SYS means simple random sampling. Okay, and then each method has its own advantages and is chosen based on the research objectives and population characteristics. See, in these sampling methods, probability sampling and non-probability sampling. In probability sampling, we have to discuss about the simple random sampling and systematic sampling. We have to take see the images. In simple random sampling, and systematic sampling, we have to take the cluster samplings and stratified sampling. See, simple random sampling, we have to discuss about the and more than two systematic sampling. Simple means every unit we have to take that. See, each method has advantages, is chosen based on the research objectives and population characteristics. And understanding these methods is essential for selecting the appropriate approach for we have to choose the study. And here different of types will be, different of methods will be there. And one is the probability sampling and second one is the non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is a snowball sampling will be there and quota sampling and then both and convenience sampling also will be there. Here we have to more discuss to the points will be the SRS and SYS and STRS. Those points maximum we have to discuss that. And I'll go to the random sampling. What about random sampling? What is a random sampling first of all? In this method, we have to each member of the population has equal chances being selected. In this method, we have to take the minimize the biases. The sample represent the population well. It is considered one of the most reliable techniques for obtaining a representative sample. In this sample, we have to ensuring that next take and then stratified sampling. Stratified sampling will be the involves dividing the population into subgroups. That is also we have to call about the subgroups. Another name will be is strata. And then randomly sampling from each group. We have to contain to that group will be the suppose we have to take some examples also will be there in daily basis or in daily life. We have to choose that in particular area we have to divide it through with the number of categories. For example, in before we have to see the in before some volunteers will be there. In each volunteer will be the 10 houses. Each volunteer will be the 10 houses is located there. That is divided to that. That is, we have to call the stratified sampling. It involves dividing the population into subgroups. Here we have to population into the subgroups. But in daily life, we have to take the examples in each, for suppose category wise, we have to take. In located districts, collectors and CMs and PMs, we have to category wise will become. That's a dividing to that. Not only is one of the leader will be there in that leader is dividing to the number of ways. And that is called stratified sampling. That is, segments of the population is adequately represent to the sample. We have to see the here best example for the smaller population grouping and random sample from each group. We have to pick out the random sample from each group. That is a particular analyze that characteristics within a population. Then what about the systematic sampling? See, systematic sampling means select the subjects based on a fixed interval from randomly. Here we have to see that. See, probability sampling, that's items of data. It's a regular form of population. For you have to best example for the sampling, population size based sample size. In this, we have to take it only subject wise. Category wise, we have to select it from the systematic sampling. Each groups contain that. In one group, we have to locate it. In that group will be different ways will comes. A systematic sampling that can be more convenient than random sampling. That is the main important. This method, this systematic sampling is straightforward, but it can be more convenient than which one we have to convenient random sampling to the convenient to the systematic sampling. However, it can introduce bias if there is an underlying patterns. We have to take the patterns of the population corresponding to the sampling intervals. See, here will be the advantages and disadvantages. Sampling method here systematic. So every member in the population given a number after the first, we have to choose the first number, and every member we have to take that, but we have to choose only first member. That is the remaining members are given the interval. That is the example of that is a sampling method of the description. Example we have to take the here already we have to say that first names alphabetical order in number. The fifth person is chosen the randomly, and eighth person is the subsequent. That is an example of sampling method. And here also disadvantages also will be there. Every member of the population must be listed. And that first number of the population must be chosen at random to avoid bias. This is not included to the any entry of missing values or missing data. That is a systematic sampling. And what about sample size? Sample size determination and appropriate sample size is crucial for ensuring the reliability of statistical results. See, we have to take the results in reliability and determine to the appropriate for the sample sizes. Here will be the large sample size and the small sample size. Larger sample is increases the accuracy estimates. Smaller sample size decreases to the accuracy of the estimates. That the research must balance the need for large samples with the time and the resources. Both we have to concentrate the larger samples and and go with the errors in sampling. See, errors in sampling, sampling error and non-sampling error. Sampling occur when sample does not accurately represent population, leading to skewed results. Already we have to learn about the skewness, curtosis, everything we have to learn about in before semester. Here, non-sampling errors means it can also arise from biases. Which biases, which you have to take the collection of data, that biases you have to, errors will come, such as the represent bias as a measurement of error. Understanding these errors of interpreting data correctly and improving future sampling methods. See here the example of the population, randomly selected or biased sample. See in here black and blue, two colors will be, we have to show that. See blue color will be sampling error occur, and black everything will be the population will comes. And implementation of sampling theory. Sampling theory has significant implications for fields such as market research, social sciences, and public health. See the implications of sampling theory. Sampling distributions also will be there. See, in this informs policy decisions and resource allocation based on data and insights from the sample analysis. Sampling theory and sampling distribution. It's important that model use it as accuracy of decisions made from samples. In the sample subset of the population, it's costly to collect data from the entire population. See, final we have to, what do we have to know that conclusion. Here, see, already we have to open that already opened sampling methods. See, this is a conclusion about of the what we have to talk about in before classes. Sampling theory is essential for conducting effective statistical analysis. See, we have to take the employees. Sampling methods, researchers can obtain reliable insights, minimizing resource expenditure. Continued advancement in sampling techniques will further improve accuracy and relevance of statistical research. And thank you. Thank you for choosing my video. Thank you so much.